that have picked up the Today's Special Value, and I don't want you to miss out on it. The original battery organization system that we offered, that did very well. I know we were close to 100,000 people who had picked that up. We are now, what is the full number? It's crazy. I'll give it to you in a minute. It's like 81,000. Everybody has batteries. If you think about it, any adult that you have on your holiday list, they've got batteries. They've got the batteries in the smoke detectors, the batteries in the remote controls. You know, even the youngsters, batteries in their gaming control systems. Mom with their Luminara candles, dad with the flashlights. We all have batteries. And nothing makes the battery companies happier than when you just throw them into a drawer in the kitchen, because it diminishes the life of the batteries. This is by far the biggest organizer that has ever been made, and it was made just for you, just for QVC. It was actually QVC viewers that helped to design it without knowing it. The original battery organizer stored about 90 batteries. This one holds 180, and you can now pick it up and take it with you to the smoke detector, or to each TV in the house to check the batteries and the remote controls. It also includes a battery tester, which most people don't have in their homes. Unless, mom's an electrical engineer or dad's an electrician, most people don't have battery testers. So we simply are guessing at how well those batteries are doing. Well, there's no guessing now. I've got 4 different colors. I've got a really pretty purple, there's blue, there's red, and there's also a gray. And we have something for you that if you're buying more than one, because the goal is to help everybody with their holiday list today, because we're only 12 days till Christmas. Are you ready?
I'm always ready.
Yeah, that is
for
true.
Christmas.
That is true. I want to introduce you to Kylie Watts. Kylie is not only a dear personal friend, but also somebody I work with and respect tremendously. You and I launched this thing.
Yes.
2 years ago, and I think 100,000 people picked it up in that span of about 2 years.
It blew out, especially during the holiday season. We couldn't even keep it in stock.
This new one we launched just in pre-advertising this past weekend, and here we are at 36 minutes after 8 a.m. We've had over 80,000 people pick it up. What?
I know.
This mounted on the wall, which was still brilliant. It cleaned out space in the junk drawer in the kitchen and in the baskets, etc. But I always had to go back to it when I needed batteries. One of our viewers said, why don't you put a handle on it?
Mm-hmm.
Duh. Why didn't we think of that?
Right. And then another one said, I would love latches. And then another one said, I want some more capacity in here for the D cells and the C cells. And another one said, you know what? My kitchen's red. Why don't we do some color? So we took all of that feedback and made the biggest and the best that we've ever done with this. It does hold 180 batteries. You have storage on all sides. You've got that great handle so you can take the batteries with you wherever you're going. Latches so it stays closed. And that tester inside is so important.
Yeah.
So whether it's just getting them, for the remotes, the smoke detectors, the flashlights, every single household, office, classroom, dorm room, every home in America uses and needs batteries. And where do you put them, Dan? We all have that junk drawer, or we throw them in that bowl or that bin or that bucket, just like this. And as you taught me 2 years ago, if you're storing your batteries like this, you are actually costing yourself money because they're pulling power, they're draining power, and when you go to use them, they're not at their full capacity. So with this, you always know what you have, what the power is, and when you need to buy more.
This is also a much safer way in which to store batteries. Now, by the way, the batteries are not included, but you've already got the batteries at home. When you store batteries together and they touch one another, they do draw power. And you're losing part of that energy that you paid for, but that also creates heat. So it's not safe. And this is the best organization system I've ever seen. By the way, the mold to have made this must have cost a fortune. Because, I mean, there's a spot here for 180 different batteries.
Yes.
There's your battery tester, which, by the way this works is so simple. All you do is you take your battery, you slide it in like so. Oh, I always get it backwards.
Right, but that's okay. It's got the diagram. It shows you positive, shows you negative.
Oh, guess what? That's a dead battery.
That's a dead battery. And you know what? That's a rechargeable battery, so that's just telling you that you need to take that to your charger and charge it up. But now you know for certain. You're not thinking that your device is maybe faulty. It tells you without a doubt that one's good to go. Green means good to go when you need to replace, because you know the remote goes down and it's not always that both batteries are dead. But what do, Dan? We throw them away.
We throw them away.
And we cost ourselves money. Now you know without a doubt that your batteries are good to go. You latch it closed. It's the perfect size for inside of the drawer. So even though it holds a lot more, you can see that it's not that much bigger of a footprint than the other one. It's only 2.5 inches tall. So most kind of drawers are around 4 inches. So it will fit beautifully. And then you've got all that storage space on both sides here. All your
that
AAAs.
makes me happy.
I know. I know. So if you see a sale on those AAAs, you know you use them the most. You can stock up, but you always know what you need and what you have on hand.
Every year, again, it's the easiest New Year's resolution you'll ever have. Replace the batteries in your smoke detectors.
Yes.
You know, every year, New Year's, it's like, this year we'll lose 30 pounds. By January 8th, I'm going, I'm not going to do it.
You're going to lose 30 pounds by that little shimmy there.
I changed the batteries on every smoke detector in my home and in my shop on January 1st. And I'm done.
Yeah.
But we encourage you to do that. Is this what your drawer looks like at home?
It probably is.
It probably is.
Because it's funny, every single caller that you've asked, what do you do with your batteries? They say they're in a drawer just like this.
Yep. And again, look at that with the sugar packets. That's funny. Now, this exact contents is what's over there. The only thing that's been added was a little silverware drawer or caddy and your basket. And that's it. But look at how much more space you just acquired and how much better organized everything is. That makes me happy.
It's amazing.
Now,
so you can take it with you. You can just latch it open and close. You know what you have. If I told you, Dan, find that 9-volt for the smoke detector battery, it might take you a minute in your drawer. You would find it, but do you know if it's working? Do you know what the power is? Do you know if you've pulled power by storing them incorrectly? You know without a doubt with this where everything is, how to find them, and you have the ability to test them right there.
Now, there's actually, before you go to the videotape, oh, well, you went to it. That's fine. Well, that's all right. You guys are good. We'll come back. The way that this is designed, if you look at it, it's a mirror image of itself. There's a left and a right-hand side, a front and a back. And there's a reason why it was done. You know, battery manufacturers don't tell you anything about how to store the batteries. You know why? Because they want you to waste them. Yeah, come on over here with that. Lay that one down flat if you don't mind. If you look, this is the same as this on each side. So if you label this with a label maker, new and used, and we did that in one of them, now I can separate them from each other. Here's a good example. So much of the wreaths and the garland that I use at Christmas time are battery operated. But at the end of the season, the batteries aren't dead.
And you don't want to store the wreaths and the garland with the batteries in.
I don't want to store them with inside the wreath. So now I've got a place to put the older batteries, but I'll go to the used batteries first. So you get every bit of energy out of the batteries and you save yourself some money. And people, I'm happy that people have been going, boy, this is really a good gift idea, because you know that people don't have it. We had 14,000 that have already been ordered just in the show.
Amazing.
People are asking. That's a good question.
So the button cell batteries right here, you're seeing this little case. It actually opens up. There's a plastic case on top of it, and you just put them right inside of there. So you have the capacity, if full, I think it's 12 that can actually go in a row right here. So those are your button cell batteries right there.
And it's just simple. It's easy. So listen, you don't have to fill the whole thing up with batteries.
Right.
But because you've already got batteries at home. But this tells you what your inventory is at any given moment, so that you don't dig through that drawer. The rule in life is whatever battery it is you need is the one that you've got to look for the hardest. People, by the way, oh, okay, all right. I had said something earlier, and I just want to be clear on this. I'm not trying to cause any fear. Button cell batteries are a different shape and a different type of battery. They're positive on one side, negative on the other. And they do touch. When you put them into a toy, et cetera, they do. I'm urging you not to throw regular cylinder type batteries just into a drawer or into a bowl, because when they do connect, they do transfer their own power and they do generate some heat. Now, I'm not to make you fearful or anything else, but it's just better if you don't do it. Is that fair? So,
I think that's fair.
if you look, by the way, with the way batteries are shipped, they never touch each other. They're very close, but they never touch each other. So,
No, it's definitely a better way for sure. And then you just have the ability to test them. So you have the latches, it folds down, you unlatch it.
how do you test the 9 volts?
9 volts
Because
test
any of the round batteries,
on the back side right
Yep.
here. Okay, so you have that little
there's
little
always
spots.
there's always one side of a 9-volt battery that's bigger than the other.
Right.
Okay.
So the small side would go in here.
And
There
like
you
that.
go. Mm-hmm.
And then I'm upside down and
Let me
backwards.
see, your hand's in the way. Do you got it?
Hold on.
Do it again. Nope, you don't got it. I'll do it. I know.
I'm making myself
It's
mad.
actually very fun to watch you do it because
I got it.
there you go. You got it.
That's good. That's a good
Yeah,
battery.
you can do
Well,
it.
we're trying to do it upside down and backwards so the
I know.
camera can pick it up.
It's not as graceful when you're doing it for the camera,
Never.
but you can see the diagram on it too. So it tells you there the positive side goes, negative side goes here. You just slide this out for all the different sizes so they all fit in there. Then you have your 9 volts right there, and it tells you right here even with the 9 volts, so the negative and the positive, so you know where to put them in and how to test them. And then it's just green, yellow, and red. So yellow means maybe we should start thinking about replacing. If it's in the red, replace it for sure. Green means it's good to go. So when that remote control goes down, you don't have to throw out both batteries.
Right.
If only one needs to be replaced, so you save yourself some money and you're not throwing out things unnecessarily.
Because again, people, and I always did, you know, when the remote control doesn't work for the TV, by the way, I don't care, men or women alike, when the batteries don't work on the remote control, what do? You slap it.
You slap it,
That's how you
or
do.
you steal batteries from something
or
else
you
to
open
go
it
in
up
there.
and just kind of take your thumb and twirl the battery a little bit and hope to get another. We all do that. Yeah. So we've got 4 colors for you. There's the bright red. We've got purple. There's blue. And then we've got the gray. We also have a buy more, save more. If you're buying more than one, because today is the day to start checking names off your list. We are 12 days till Christmas. 12 days. And how busy are you going to be between now and then?
Yeah, that goes by in a blink of an eye.
Yes. So I said blindly, you could close your eyes and check names off the list, and it's a gift that somebody's going to appreciate because everybody has batteries nowadays. Let's go off, say hello to Annie, or Ann in New Jersey. Ann, are you ready for Christmas?
Oh, yes, I'm very ready. But I love the one that you're showing right now.
Okay.
But I had gotten the original one a long time ago because
Right.
I shop early for Christmas. And when it came on, I thought, what a fantastic idea. So I got that one.
Right.
I filled it up with batteries, and it's going to my grandson because
Great.
he has a baby who's 2 years old, which they need batteries for everything. And it is the most fantastic invention I could, because I can pick it up out of my drawer, put it on the dining room table, and fill it with batteries and fill my whatever I need to
Yep.
use batteries, and I know exactly where they are, what size they are. It is most wonderful idea.
Before this, where were your batteries stored in your home?
Like you're showing in that dumb
Anywhere.
drawer.
Yeah.
And it couldn't find them, and it was just very aggravating. This is beautiful. I wish I had waited, but I have already my own, and now I have one for my grandson. So that's
Beautiful.
I don't need any more. But I tell you, anybody who needs a battery organizer, this is a fantastic invention.
It's funny. I didn't.
Fantastic. And I love you, Dan. Thank you very much for what all you do, all of you at the QVC.
You're very kind.
I have a QVC Christmas upstairs, all wrapped up.
Did it make it a little more convenient, a little simpler to do your shopping, I hope?
No, I'm done.
Good.
Done, wrapped and tagged and ready to go.
See,
That's amazing.
Ann, you're making the rest of us look bad.
Well, I like to shop all through the year for anybody who I know, and it fits the person. Then I get it, and I put it in a book so I don't forget.
Good, yep.
And but I love it, and this is great for anybody who needs a battery organizer. This is the thing.
And thank you. Merry
You're
Christmas
welcome.
to you a little
Have
early.
a wonderful Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
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 It's funny, and Ann had said anybody who needs a battery organizer. I didn't know I needed a battery organizer.
We hear that all the time.